Vermont's beauty hides a devastating crisis, one that's quietly reshaping its communities. Beneath the postcard scenery, fentanyl is ravaging lives, from city streets to rural backroads. This isn't a distant problem, it's here, affecting neighbors, friends, and families. The crisis is largely invisible, unfolding in tent encampments, city parks, and overcrowded shelters. Addiction's grip is powerful, silencing stories and deepening stigma. To understand Vermont today, we must look beyond the surface and listen to those living this reality. We'll visit the front lines in Burlington streets and Rutland shelters, where fentanyl's impact is most severe. As winter sets in, the struggle for warmth and safety is compounded by addiction. This is a story of heartbreak, resilience, and hope, an invitation to see the humanity behind the crisis. Let's step into the shadows and meet the people fighting to survive. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid developed for medical use to treat severe pain, especially after surgery, or for advanced cancer patients. In hospitals, it's carefully measured and administered by professionals, where even a small error can be dangerous. But outside the hospital, on the streets, fentanyl transforms into a deadly force, lurking in the shadows of communities like Vermont. Illegally made fentanyl is up to 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. Just a few grains, barely visible, can be fatal. Dealers often mix fentanyl into other street drugs like heroin, cocaine, or counterfeit pills, so users rarely know what they're actually taking. This hidden danger makes every dose a gamble. This unpredictability has fueled a surge in overdose deaths, a game of Russian roulette with every use, leaving families and first responders reeling. Fentanyl's high is intense but short-lived, quickly leading to dependence. Withdrawal is brutal. Pain, vomiting, anxiety, chills, and relentless cravings that feel impossible to escape. Addiction becomes a desperate cycle, not chasing a high, but fleeing unbearable sickness, trapped in a loop that feels endless. This isn't about willpower or moral failing. Fentanyl rewires the brain's chemistry, making quitting nearly impossible without help and support. The drug isolates people, destroys relationships, and erodes self-worth, leaving many feeling abandoned and alone. For those already struggling with homelessness or poverty, fentanyl's trap is even harder to escape, deepening cycles of despair. Understanding this is key. Addiction is a complex disease, not a simple choice, and recovery requires compassion, patience, and resources. Compassion, not judgment, is the first step toward real solutions. Community support, outreach, and treatment can save lives. The crisis is a silent poison, turning survival into a daily battle for thousands. But with understanding and action, hope is possible. For Vermont's unhoused, survival is already a struggle. Fentanyl makes it a daily fight for life. The drug offers fleeting relief from cold and hunger, but deepens despair. Every day revolves around avoiding withdrawal, often leading to desperate choices. Overdose risk is constant, especially for those using alone in hidden places. Fentanyl erodes community, replacing trust with isolation and fear. The physical toll is severe: untreated infections, malnutrition, and exposure. Homelessness and addiction feed each other, trapping people in a relentless cycle. To truly grasp the depth of this crisis, you have to listen to those who are living it every single day. Their voices, often unheard, reveal the reality behind the headlines and statistics. James, once a proud construction worker, lost everything to fentanyl after a painkiller prescription ran out. What started as a way to manage pain quickly spiraled into addiction, leaving him isolated and struggling to find his footing. "Withdrawal is a monster," he says, his voice trembling. Now, every day is about survival, finding warmth, food, and the strength to keep going, even when hope feels distant. Sarah, unhoused for 2 years, uses fentanyl to numb the ache of loneliness and the pain of memories she can't escape. The streets are cold, but the silence is colder. She's overdosed 3 times. Naloxone, the life-saving medication, brought her back each time. Without it, she wouldn't be here to share her story. "Some days I don't feel lucky. I just feel tired," she confides, her eyes reflecting both exhaustion and a flicker of hope that things might change. Outreach worker Maria says, "With fentanyl, it's a race against the clock. We're reviving people daily, sometimes the same person more than once in a week. The stakes have never been higher." The crisis has changed everything, trust building is harder, and survival is the focus. Every conversation is a chance to save a life, but also a reminder of how fragile hope can be. Mark, living in a tent on the edge of town, clings to a photo of his daughter. It's his anchor, a reminder of what he's fighting for, even when the world feels impossibly heavy. "I've been clean for 3 weeks. Every minute is a battle," he says, marking each day on a battered calendar, determined to keep going for one more sunrise. These stories reveal not just loss, but resilience and the hope for a second chance. In every embrace and every shared meal, there's a spark of community and the belief that recovery is possible. Behind every statistic is a person fighting for connection and purpose, longing to be seen and understood, not just counted. The crisis is about more than addiction. It's about the human will to survive, to find meaning, and to keep moving forward even when the path is uncertain. Each voice is a reminder: recovery is possible, but the fight is relentless. It takes courage, support, and the belief that tomorrow can be better. The struggle is real, but so is the strength found in even the darkest moments. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. These are not just stories of addiction, they are stories of hope, of people refusing to give up, and of communities coming together to heal. The human spirit endures, even in the shadow of fentanyl. In every story there is a glimmer of hope, a reminder that no one is truly alone in this fight. The numbers are staggering. Vermont's opioid deaths have soared, with fentanyl involved in over 90%. No community is untouched. The crisis stretches from Burlington to the smallest towns. Overdose rates outpace the national average, straining first responders and hospitals. Homelessness and overdose are tightly linked. Many who die lacked stable housing. The daily trauma of homelessness fuels substance use, creating a dangerous cycle. Each statistic is a life lost, a family grieving, a community scarred. The data is a wake-up call. What we're doing isn't enough. Urgent action and compassion are needed to break the cycle. Amid the crisis, hope persists. Vermonters are fighting back. Naloxone distribution is saving lives, getting overdose reversal kits to those who need them most. Harm reduction centers offer clean supplies, test strips, and, most importantly, connection and dignity. Mobile outreach teams bring medical care, food, and support directly to encampments and parks. Peer support programs connect those struggling with people who've walked the same path and found recovery. These efforts break down barriers, meeting people where they are. Every life saved is a victory. Every connection, a step toward recovery. Community action isn't a complete solution, but it's making a difference every day. Vermont's compassion is its greatest strength. Together, these efforts plant seeds of hope. We've seen the shadows cast across our streets in the early hours, and heard the voices of our neighbors in pain. This is a human crisis, not someone else's problem to ignore. Addiction and homelessness are public health issues, not moral failures or personal shortcomings. The path forward is built on compassion, not judgment. Every person deserves dignity and understanding. We must invest in shelters, treatment, and harm reduction programs that save lives, and ensure mental health care is accessible to all, regardless of background or circumstance. Change starts with perspective. See the person, not just the addiction or the struggle. Small acts of kindness matter. Acknowledge, support, and reach out to those who need it most. Advocate for those in crisis. Volunteer your time, donate resources, and push for policies rooted in care, not punishment. Demand change from our leaders and ourselves. Your voice and actions can help heal Vermont, bringing hope to those who feel forgotten. This is a call to care, to show up for our community and for each other, to look into the shadows and not turn away, but instead offer a hand and a listening ear. Recovery and hope are real. Every story of healing begins with someone who cared. Together, we can build a community where everyone has a chance to thrive, not just survive. Vermont's true beauty lies in its people's strength, resilience, and compassion for one another. Let's prove it now more than ever. By standing together, we can make a difference.